Freeform locks. Dreads, jata, natis, ropes, knots, organics, freeform locks are all terms referencing an organic explosion of hair that is allowed to grow freely from the roots of the scalp out to the universe. Organic locks are the simplest installation form of locks and perhaps the most powerful. Organic locks require a relinquishing of self to a higher power and a strength that transcends societal perceptions and self-acceptance. Organic locks represent a lack of concern with the material, symbolizing a relationship to a higher frequency. Some call that frequency their spiritual guide, others Jah, others Father, God, Jesus, Shiva, Jata, Haile Selassie, Creator. Organic locks are not about hair, aesthetics, or anything that modern society deems as important. Organic locks are about relinquishing self to something higher to gain something greater. Organic locks are the most basic, most humble, most powerful form of locking, and few are called to grow them. But those who are called take this calling seriously and may look down upon those who choose the journey into lockdom, cultivating and controlling their locks along the way. Organic freeform locks can be created on hair that is anywhere from an inch or longer. Starting locks organically is an excellent option for any hair texture with a curl, even for straight hair as well. For organic locks, it's especially important to always avoid products with beeswax, shea butter, waxes, detangling shampoos, and traditional conditioners, especially when starting your freeform locks. It's best to begin freeform locks with only water and the appropriate shampoo or soap bar to cleanse and accelerate the locking process. The appearance of freeform locks is usually disconcerting to the public, who may associate this lock art form with the Rastas of Jamaica. In some African cultures, any form of matted hair is looked upon with disdain and associated with the poor or those who practice witchcraft. From Africa to America, freeform locks can be associated with poverty and filth. An organic freeformer will continuously have to stand strong and fight this misconception. Freeform locks are matted indiscriminately and allowed to grow without manipulation across the head. If neatness is a concern, many organic lockers wear headscarves and wraps to conceal the hair, keeping the journey sacred and free of negative energy. We know that freeform locks have the tendency to explode, bud, mat, expand, drop hairballs, bunch up, knot up, tangle, and condense. These changes are quite noticeable as the freeformer transforms into locks free of boundaries. Freeform locks are the simplest lock form, therefore significantly prone to unraveling, especially in the beginning stages. Unraveling is natural and occurs when the hair comes out of its matted formation. It can continue to do this for months, maybe for up to the second year. A unique quality of organic locks. Settling occurs when the hair is left alone. Be patient. Don't touch it. By not manipulating and allowed to frizz, knot, tangle, and condense without external handling, this is how freeform locks are formed. Settling is an important part of the process during the infancy of the lock foundation because settling is required for the hair to form the core of the future lock. Because freeform locks are not manipulated but allowed to freely form, as nature guides the hair into a random lock formation, resulting in locks full of different shapes, forms, and sizes. So this was actually just a quick reading about freeform locks and what they are, and not so much of a guide to how to grow them, but just what they are and what you might expect to find out about them jumping into the lifestyle firsthand and as a beginner. So a couple of important tips there is that, freeform You know, freeform locks are meant to be free. They are meant to be patiently grown. And the thing about growing freeform locks is that it can take up to 2 years to see any real progress. If that's something that you're not able to understand and accept, freeform locks are not going to be for you. You might want to go with a quicker route like interlocking or twisting, but it all comes down to the journey of the freeformer and understanding self-worth, self-love, self-acceptance, patience, dedication. There's so many of life's virtues that are enabling us when taking on the freeform route. I highly suggest it and recommend anybody interested in locks to go this route at least once in their life, because it does create quite the memorable journey compared to a journey that's like just going to a loctician every month to get a retwist and coming out of pocket for that. Take the journey of self-love and self-acceptance, and like I said, stand up for our rights and stand above the misconceptions that freeformers often get, because we are looked at as filthy and dirty and poor and witches, apparently, sometimes when we're out in public. Maybe this is coming from a judgmental side of the economy, of society, that we don't necessarily hear. But one thing I can tell you is that by taking on the freeform journey, you tend to zone out and dial out a lot of negativity and any kind of perceptions that might be casted on you. It's very easy to just start forgetting about these types of energies, because you know that within yourself you are attaining peace, and the only way to rid of the negativity is to simply like shut them out. And when people come after you with perceptions and misconceptions about your hair, it's quite easy for you to not hang out with them anymore and just continue on your journey along the way. It's almost like a cleansing that's happening in itself when you take on that freeform journey. But if you have any other questions or concerns, definitely just leave them down in the comment section down below, or email me, knotlocks@gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Reddit or Instagram. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Guys and gals, I'll see you guys next time. One love. I'm gone. Adios.